Today we're going to be showing you all the different attacks the bosses have in the first playthrough. Oh, that's not a good start. Oh, super fluid already coming into use. Alright, so you're definitely going to want to keep an eye on his hands/feet because that's going to telegraph the attacks. He has 6 different attacks, and once he gets halfway health, he'll kind of adjust those. So you can see there, he was crouching and he has that dagger in his hand, which indicates the throwing knives. His staff is the blue fireballs that go around in a circle. You can usually jump over them. Ugh, this is not going well. His second staff attack is the Kamehameha wave, so you definitely want to get behind him to get some free attacks. Half health is homing fireballs. His sword telegraphed is very quickly, but he'll do a downward swing followed by a lower one with plumes that come afterwards. The ground telegraph there is right before he does his axe spin. After he lands, you have to worry about the magma balls. And there he was standing, but had a halberd, so that is going to be his thrusting move. And there's an example of after half health, his attack was modified, and now there's 3 plumes of fire. We're so close. We definitely got it. Alright, Mr. Lamech, you ain't got nothing. Except for that time you killed me. But, who's laughing now? Alright, I hope this was helpful as you start your journey to beating all of the estuaries.
Alright, we are in the Axis Mundi with our cook. This is definitely not my usual class, but here we are. They do have the healing ability, which should be useful. Let's find out what the second boss has up its sleeve. And spoiler alert, there's gonna be 2 bosses. Oh, it's a skeleton. Alright, so this guy is not that hard. He only has 3 moves. Void Beast, Biarith.
Oh boy, this is a very short range weapon.
Alright, so first attack, he grabs his ear and throws an arc of bones at you. Oh, got lucky there. Second attack, he has his arms out wide and a huge bone starts flipping from his chest. Usually you're going to want to go under it, because later there'll be 2 of them. And last, which I've been bad at avoiding, is the jump. He's going to have his elbows up, and he'll jump up. Once he lands, bones will go left and right. Just jump over them. Alright, here's where it gets spicy. We're going to have a second skeleton to deal with.
What? Are you kidding me? Not good. Oh my god.
Alright, so they are both independently doing their own of those 3 moves that we just talked about. So you really don't want to be between them, like I'm doing here. Luckily, this boss is kind of slow, so if you are a cook, you can have a bite to eat.
I always forget to do that.
What you should really do that I'm not doing is focus on 1 so that you can get down to 1 that you have to fight, not both at the same time. But you can see how having them both on one side of you will make it easier to defend.
Alright, 1 down.
Alright, to recap, he's gonna make it rain. He's got chest bone, twirling chest bone. And then last he's got the jumping and splash. Those are his 3 moves. And the only difference is that he has a buddy sometimes. Alright, that'll do it for this guy. Second boss defeated. Get your loot, and move on to the next one.
Hello everybody, we are back. We are outside the throne room in the Kurgluian Plateau. I am here with my lady Meg. As you can see, I am going to try to Ranger, this boss, Enoch person, there is a lot of air attacks in this one. So this boss isn't too bad in the beginning phase.
Although if you do run into her, you will get damaged.
Estuary, not Enoch, estuaries.
Alright, for her first attack, you see she bends over and is pulling rose petals upwards. You're going to want to spin kick them and try to fall through the hole that you spin kick, otherwise you're going to get into that situation. Alright, here she does it again. Hey, and I followed my own advice. This next attack is forecasted by those red circles. There will be fireballs that will go out horizontally or vertically. The rose petals don't always have to come from below. They can come from the sides as well. The same thing for the fireballs. They can be up and down instead of left and right. This attack is projected by her spinning around. There will be 2 homing rose petals that you can spin kick.
I don't like how slow the bow is. I can't. Oh, like that. Oh my gosh. How did I get out of that?
She also spins for that last attack, but she always keeps her arms in. So that's the difference. And be wary for the fireballs that shoot out in a circle afterwards.
All right, we're halfway. This is where it gets crazy.
She spawns nightmares across the map that you will have to disable in order to be able to attack her safely. How fun! I would suggest you always have 2 nightmares off if you can, which means you need your double jump unlocked at this point. Well, you don't need it because you do have the spin kick access, but it would just make it way easier, especially with all the things that will be flying at you.
Ah, I had nothing out of there.
Nightmares will send their orb at you if you do a spin kick or do any kind of attack. If you can get super fluid, that would be a great dash ability to avoid always being sent upwards.
Oh god.
Definitely try to camp out the nightmare that is already deactivated and going to be reactivated.
I haven't used my platform at all. Come on, let's get her. Get her before this ends. Come on. Alright, well, didn't work.
What if humans just exploded when they died? How different of a world that would be. Anyway,
Good luck. See you at the next boss. Alright everybody, we are back in the Stygian study. I'm ready to fight this boss. He's been very annoying, especially the second part, or rather third part. Estuary Enoch.
alright, so when he conjures a void in his center, that means you're going to have a void close in on you, so once they start to move in, you're going to want to dash out. Careful of the scrolls on the edges of the map. Alright, his next attack is forecasted by his hands going upwards. That means he's going to grab at you. Just avoid him. The Eye of Sauron attack is going to mean that there's going to be a bunch of fireballs that are coming your way, followed by a circular void blast at the end. Do your best to avoid them and then dash through the void. When one of his hands go up, attack.
There it is, there it is. There's the moneymaker.
The red circles will telegraph that there's homing missiles about to be created, but you have some time. Alright, phase 2. You'll notice that there are now little void balls bouncing around. That is the only difference at half health. Then Enoch gets self-conscious. He will surround himself with a red warning area, so you'll know that you expect a circle of fireballs blasting out from him. Those are 5 of his attacks. He still hasn't done his 6th attack, I don't think, which is the laser pellet. Guess what? He's gonna do it once before he dies.
I really don't like that one. Oof, woohoo!
This is easily projected with a pillar of red as well as his hands coming together. You'll have great opportunity for attacking. And that'll do it. For this phase, because now he reveals that he's a chest mimic. And a nasty one at that. He's got 3 attacks. First one, he just bounces around like an idiot. This is a good time to get damage in on him, so hopefully you have some range. Speaking of idiots, look at this one. Don't know why I thought that would play out well. His next attack, he will run back and forth, dropping poison coins, so you have to stay in the air as long as possible. His last attack is just him spitting out the exploding potions, so you just have to avoid them. You could get some swings in here. The important thing to look out for in telegraphing for this boss is his mouth. He will either keep it really open, semi-open, or like very tightly closed. And always don't forget to use your magic.
Oh boy! Oh, he's not dead yet. There he is. Now she's dead. Look at that. Nailed it. All you need is like 1,000 health, and you can do anything you try. Wow, this guy was hard. As you can tell, you have to move around a lot. You have to avoid so many different projectiles. It's definitely good to trigger those scrolls of the edges at good times so that you can dodge everything that's coming. Alright, so hopefully this was helpful, and I'll see you at the next boss. Alright, oh, this looks cool. Anyways, I am here with Sir Glauber II. We're going to try and use Deflect, but I don't think the Lightning Storm will help us at all.
Mr. Irad has 5 attacks. Right, first up we have our homing electric balls that you're going to spin kick. Luckily, his projections are all very distinct, so you should be able to know which attack is coming next, which should help you focus on just dodging, because that is what you're going to be doing this entire time. For the red homing phantoms, you're going to want to just camp in front of his eye and attack. You'll be safe. To dodge the blue fireballs, it's best to be farther away, but, you know, do what you gotta do. His giant explosion is projected with that red area again. Just get out of there. Luckily, you can spin kick the middle eyeball that's yet to be revealed. Foreshadowing. His last attack is, of course, the Void Burst, so you're just going to dash through that like always. Each attack by itself, it's really not that big of a deal. It's, of course, the unique situations you get into when all of them combine, because there are 2 eyeballs, and once you get to half health, then you'll uncover the 3rd one. Also, luckily, they all will take the same damage. You're not having to fight 3 separate health. Definitely going to want to utilize your spin kick a lot. I would say the red phantoms are the most dangerous because how fast they are. So definitely prioritize them, and then look for openings of how you can spin kick the electric and get through the blue fires. As you can see, I'm just trying to find my little safe spot where I can consistently do damage and not be bothered by all the projectiles. My special trait where I can only get hit in the heart is definitely helping me here. But my magic was a complete bust, so it kind of evened out, I guess.
Alright, number 5, done. I'll see you guys for number 6. Lady Pepper the 7th. Use those muscle fibers.
Estuary Tubal. He's tough, but not the worst. Alright, first attack. Avoid the explosion, of course, but the first one to have friends. How fun. And they're invulnerable for a time, so there's that. Next attack, we have the super fast homing projectiles. Either avoid them or smash them. It's projected by the red circling shapes and objects from his hand. Next attack, he will jump in the air and land, which then cause swords to fall from the sky, so just avoid those. You just saw the fiery floor, so that one's easy. Just, of course, avoid landing, and you'll be fine. Alright, now that he's in phase 2, we will have a fiery, spiky ball that chases us. Neat. far as recommended classes, I've heard you want distance, but here, you know, I'm of course not. I wouldn't say that's necessary. This next attack, he is going to have a big swing, which a circular saw to emit. You definitely want to get rid of the minions once their invulnerability ends, because they will add a lot of pain. Alright, here's a new attack. You will notice a little purple swirl projection before it happens. We have the void walls, which you just dash through. Nothing crazy here. Alright, we're now into phase 3, where we get some saw blades on the wall. So don't touch those.
Nope, not gonna be over there.
Magic is your friend. Don't be afraid to avoid, to just find a good spot to attack. You don't have to rush things, just wait and bide for your time. It's definitely harder near the end where you just want to, you know, finish them off. But you can do it! Alright, Mr. Tubal, you are done. And that is the first 6 bosses taken down. But the game is not over. We have to still see what is behind the golden doors. Thank you for watching, and hopefully this helped. Be sure to check out our next video where we take on whatever's behind the golden door.